Finally, I want to give you some ideas of publishing, so producing a product in Diigo. And so think of these in terms of assignments you might have your students do, or those of you who have the Brain Rules Note-Taking Challenge, this could be something you do as well. So there is first the list functions. Oops, sorry, move that from you. The list function, which you all should have an idea of because you've looked at a list in the class. So I'm going to go to the list in the class that we have. I've made a couple of them. So I made the one on Bloom's taxonomy. And what a list does is it allows you to put specific bookmarks in the order that you want. So notice I could move the order of these bookmarks. And then it gives you a separate URL to that list. So this is a way for you to accumulate a bunch of information on the web and present it to someone else versus using tagging or anything like that. Also notice that the list over here on the right hand side, play as web slides, it's an interesting little video player, and it's something I suggest you at least check out. So if you make a list, check out the play as websites and you can embed that elsewhere. So this is really important, the list. Now to go back to my library, how you make a list is over here on the left, and notice on the other page it was on the right. My lists, down here at the bottom, create new list. And so that's all you do is create a list, and then you come back, and so say I want to create a list on defining Web 2.0, so let's do that. Create a list, define Web 2.0. I'm going to make it private because no one needs to see that, right now at least. So I'm creating the list, and then all I have to do is go back to my library and click Edit on any resource and add it to the list. So there's define Web 2.0, save, and I want this one also as a part of the definition. Save, and let's get one more because remember I like images. Add to list. There it is, define. Okay, so I've got 3 in there. Now let's actually go to the list and mess around with it a bit. So remember, I can change the order of them. I can edit and add more content. Why you should read this. This is how I have my students do annotated bibliographies. But this is important up here at the top. Notice add section. That allows you to put headers and descriptions. Can't spell. Add section. And you can move the sections, and you can add multiple sections. So again, this allows you to produce a product in your Diigo. And also notice here at the bottom, lists like normal Web 2.0 have the ability to have comments. So you could produce a list and then ask people to give you feedback on the list as well. Now, that's one way you can publish, if you will, in Diigo. Another way you can publish is, remember how you are doing highlights and sticky notes and all that? Well, notice that when you highlight and you do sticky notes, so let's go back to this page here. If I do another sticky note on this page, notice the default is private. So say you wanted a student, hello, I don't understand why it does that to me. So because this says private note, when I hit post on that, that's not going to share with the group. And so on this page I now have 2 notes. Say that you want to have a student annotate a web page as an assignment. They can highlight, they can leave sticky notes, and then back in their library page where it says share, get annotated link. That URL will provide anyone who it's shared with the private notes. So think of that as a way to publish your annotations. So there's the public one, and then here's the private note. Oh, it's coming up, barely. There we go. So that gives you ideas of how you can publish in Diigo.